So good evening, people. Welcome back to another video. Tonight is Talking Toon Facts. So, good evening again. Welcome back to another video. I'm talking to Facts tonight, and I've got my guest this evening. I've got Eden to Chippers and Sam. How are you doing, mate?
All good. Finish work at 6, so I've just literally jumped in to see all the transfer shite. So we'll get down to it, I suppose.
Cool. And good evening to you, Ryan.
Hello.
And good evening to you, Jason.
Hey.
Good evening. Thanks for coming on, guys. If you do like the video, do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and also scroll underneath. I'll surely say it once. I'll go say at the end of the show as well. So I will not be keeping on saying do hit this and do subscribe, etc. It's there. So tonight I'll speak to Chippers off the air about Diego Carlos, and he's been linked with us. It's been happening for about a week or so now. The post saying has been agreed. He put in a transfer request in, and also hearing that another Premier League club's after him as well, and an Italian club after him as well, which I believe is AC Milan. What's your take on it, Chips?
If there's any clubs after them, why aren't they naming them? They're not naming them. For me, it's all about them wanting more money off her. That's all it is. For me, is that they know by the richest club in the world, and they think, whose phone's that? Is that yours, John?
Yeah, it's like so.
He's too good.
Go on, go for it.
I just think again that it's just for more money off. I don't think there's any other club after them. I think it's just load of bollocks.
As well, sort of thing, and it's just ridiculous what's going on at the club, sort of thing. Like
Well, I wouldn't say it's ridiculous. I just think it's one of them things where
he's frozen.
He's frozen.
Didn't take long, did it?
You got a spammer in the chat there, John.
Thank you very much indeed. I should get that blocked off right away. All done. And I've got a few mods as well in the room, whether they're here or not. I just do not know. I mean,
if it's level 7, you've got no chance.
There's one right
going on here, sort of thing. I tried to block it, and unfortunately, it's just playing up, sort of thing. So, go on, Ryan. I'll sort this out, mate.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's gone anyway. I think they're gone. Took this time. Go for it. Ryan?
Yeah.
Wow, dramatic scene.
What?
Who's making that noise?
Oh, sorry, that's my furnace.
It's his furnace, aye.
Fair enough. Go on, go for it, Ryan. Diego Carlos.
Yeah, I think we just gotta. Hopefully tonight or tomorrow he has a medical and he's signed by Friday, 12 o'clock, I think. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know who's really after him and who the Italian club is, but like, we're probably competing with two other like giant clubs because there's no way Carlos is linked with like Norwich or I don't know, Everton, for example. Like, I think we're dealing with bigger clubs, but we gotta show our hand. We gotta get things done, wrapped.
Yeah, we need to get done very, very quickly. I can tell that Italian club I believe to be AC Milan. So do the maths. I mean, they tried to get Sven Botman. Couldn't get him because Simon Kjær is out injured to the end of the season. They're a national centre back, so obviously they are looking for a centre back. So go on, Jason. What's your take on the situation? Do you believe what's coming out? Chippers doesn't seem to think so.
I think it's a load of rubbish as well. They're just saying that if you're not prepared to pay this lot, we're going to sell it on to these guys that are obviously interested, but there's obviously no one interested. He specifically said apparently he specifically said that he wants to come to us. He's handing in a transfer request because he wants to come to us. We don't know the truth. Has he actually done it or not? The money they're asking for, they say, yeah, okay, we're going to agree on this amount. I was like, well, fine, we agree. Oh, now we want more. It's getting beyond the joke now. It's either accept what you originally asked for, or we're just going to move on and make the player even more unhappy with the fact that he's not going to get his move, which is going to make the dressing room even more toxic because he's not going to get his move. Just move on to other targets, just like we did in the summer. We spent the entire summer trying to get Joe Willock through the door. Didn't even concentrate on any other targets. So don't repeat that. Just move on to other targets, get them through the door now because we need them now, not at the end of the fucking window.
And so he's supposed to be the richest club in the world. They got all the money, 700 billion they're worth, and they're just trying to test the water. So when you haven't got time to test the water, I agree with you, Jay. Just go out there, go into other targets. Yeah, there's plenty of quality defenders out available. The money talks at the end of the day. Just pay the money. But I think these clubs now are trying to fleece that sort of thing every single time, trying to add an extra 10 million on top because they know the richest club in the world. We're no mugs. We're just going to get on with it sort of thing. You know what I mean? You take the money, take it or leave it. Yeah, you got into the weekend deciding what to do. And if you don't want to take the money, then I tell you what, don't contact us. We'll contact you in future sort of thing. So that's my opinion.
The thing is, though, the players saying that they want to come isn't helping the situation because then there's always going to be that inkling of a deal can be done if a player says he wants to come. If the player said no, then we can move on. But because they've agreed everything off the pit, like apart from the fee, it's very difficult to move on when someone wants to go there.
Yes, supposedly personal terms are agreed with Carlos already, so it's just down between the clubs to agree a fee and wages, I guess.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, if the fee's agreed, finally, the guy will come. Let's be honest. I've got some comments here, but I've got Jan as well. Cut the crap and get Carlos Zule, Jason's favourite player. Senesi for final. Zapata, Lingard in this week and pay the price. If you want a player, I have to pay a couple minutes over the odds, in my opinion. But whether the Saudis will do it, that's another kettle of fish. Good evening to Jess here. Hope you're okay. Evening, Paul, everyone, and
isn't Sula out of contract though? At the
Yeah, he
end of the
is.
season?
He's got a contract.
So why not agree a pre-season contract? Well, have a pre-contract with him now, so he just come to us for free at the end of the season.
Exactly.
I think Bayern would be stupid to let him go for free either. So I don't know.
Yeah, it is what it is. But it's crazy what's going on. But it's still got time, but we haven't got the patience to get the players. To be honest, I haven't got a clue anymore what's happening with transfers. Too many and being reported that have no substance. And club moving the goalposts with fees, maybe they won't sell to us. I think it could be that. It could well be that. I'm still trying to get rid of these spammer sort of things, and I do apologise for that sort of thing. So there you go. Right, I've got Daniel. Giving to you, Daniel. Big up to you. Hope you're okay. And she's lovely. She always is. I don't think anyone else has bid for Carlos. That's for Matthew. And
no one's bid for him.
I say apparently as well, the Man U team's out for the night and Lingard isn't in the squad either.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's been heavily linked over the past day or
Is he not in the
so.
squad?
Over there.
I woke up this morning, I saw he's linked heavily again for some reason.
And he's not in the squad tonight, so it just makes you wonder, doesn't it? Sevilla's supposed to be playing tonight as well, so it'll be interesting to see if Carlos is in the squad as well.
Hold on, let me check La Liga games right now.
Can't imagine him being in the squad. Like I can't imagine him being in the squad at all.
Crazy, man. Well, if he's not in the squad, then we know what's happening. Then Sevilla is going to come out and say, he's injured, etc. Yeah, all right. If
The
he's
lineup
injured,
should be coming out in like 10 minutes or 20 minutes for the game between Sevilla and Valencia.
I'll sure we're playing that as well, unfortunately, people. So I've got Blakey, no one else will trouble his wages. I don't think Milan will afford him either. We've run out of time, guys. I think we are, not going to lie. Hello to Tony B. Hope you're okay. And I'm going to fly through. But the thing is, right, I mean, guys, I don't know if I suppose I don't think I have, but Tim Vickery, the South American expert, Ryan, you probably know him, Tim Vickery, the South American expert, has come out and he's saying he is worried for Carlos. He's classy, but he does make some wild things out. He gives her a lot of penalties in the box, and also that Tanjuro's Toon, so a come the French lad sort of thing, and he's carrying him this season. What's your take on that one, mate?
The thing is with Carlos, like, I don't know. I've seen one game of him. I'm going to be honest. That was the Europa League final. But he does look like a bulky center back that we would need. And, you know, people are trying to undermine him, saying that, like, he gives penalties away, he does stupid stuff. And, like, he's known for a lot of yellow cards. But, like, what if those, like, yellow cards just mean that, like, he's taking one for the team last minute just to get a yellow to prevent, like, some goal-scoring opportunity, you know? Even a penalty, like, if you give one away last minute, like, it's not guaranteed a goal, but, like, it's the way I see it, you have, like, a 33% chance of, like, saving a goal, left, right, center. So, you know, if he gives away a penalty at the end, it could be, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, like, obviously you don't want that, but, like, sometimes, like, if it's needed, it could be the difference between 3 and, like, 1 point almost, or none.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. Jason, your take. You agree with Ryan?
I don't really follow La Liga much. I've heard of him. I have heard a lot of people say that he is what they tend to call a bad boy kind of player. Does like to pick up his fair share of cards. But that's what we need. We need a vicious defender, that type person that's going to not be afraid to go in with those tackles and everything. We don't want people like Lascelles and everyone else just holding off and not even moving and just watching the ball go past them. Maybe bringing in someone like Carlos to give the rest of them a kick up the arse that they need.
That's what they need.
One thing I'll add too is that no matter what he's like, he's levels above our center backs. I mean, this guy's a proven winner too. Like, he's won the Europa League. He's won the gold medal with Brazil. Like, we've already brought a winner in Trippier. There's nothing wrong with bringing in another one, plus another Brazilian. So, like, there shouldn't be much trouble settling in with the language difference with him and Joe Linton speaking Portuguese.
Yeah, and Chippers.
Oh,
Get to the pitch, Chippers, man. I mean, do you think? Right, could you agree with the other two? I mean, South America. Do you watch a lot of La Liga football at all, by any chance, or?
No, I could stop my telly, is it? You have to pay for it. I'm not paying that for bloody diving cheats. I mean, Jesus Christ. We see enough of it in the Premier League. I'm not aware of it, but he looks like a brick shithouse, and he sounds like he can improve as what he is. So he's better than what we've got, and that's what we need this window. Is just better than what we've got. Like, build it. That's all you can do each window at the minute is get signed better players for them positions, and he's better than what we've got. So it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
I agree. I mean, according to the Chronicle, that Sevilla will accept a 42 million fee. 42 million, according to Alvaro Montero. That's what they're asking for, and that's what
Didn't
they want.
Didn't they boost up to 60?
Yeah, they did one time, but it's going to be 50 million euros, 42 million pound. That's what they want, and it's up to us to make the deal happen. If we argue to the weekend, because we're not going to get him for Leeds game. I do fully get us a beat. And Daniel, I agree, getting battered lads on Saturday as it stands. Another night of rage incoming. I have to agree with you, Daniel. I'm not going to lie. And we're going to talk about Jesse Lingard as well. I mean, according to Man U, they said that they're rejecting a loan deal for Jesse Lingard. It's a permanent deal. That's not going to happen. You know, they pay the $3 million. How much is he going to be worth for 6 months? I mean, sounds like Man U only want to sell Lingard and not let him go. How much are they going to get for this guy? I mean, they're not going to get 10 million. They must just let him.
I can't see why they'd want to loan a player with 6 months left on their contract too. So if we really want to buy him, go buy him.
Exactly.
I don't know. Who knows? Like, it's like what you guys said. He's not even in the Man United squad tonight, so he could literally be coming up to Newcastle to sign and do the medical and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Has anyone been seeing that picture that's been going around of? That's apparently meant to be Lingard saying that he's on his way to Newcastle instead of from Manchester.
What?
There's this picture that's been going around, saying that, just a picture of Lingard with just a little comment on the picture saying he's going from Manchester to Newcastle. There's loads saying it's fake, some saying it's true. They don't know what to believe. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Evening, all everyone.
How are we doing?
How's everyone?
Yeah,
I'm great.
Good.
Trippier or Ronaldo.
Right, guy. And before we go on, Billy, I just got on for a Raw Grant as well. So Sky last needs joined some member today. Thank you very much for joining and being the family as well. And I really appreciate that. Thank you much indeed. So, Billy, we're talking about Diego Carlos. I don't know if you heard the deal that Seville will sell for £42 million, 50 million euros. Also, there's another club, all right, Premier League club, matched off as well, and also an Italian club also enter the list as well. That club, in my guess, is going to be AC Milan. They're not going to mention the name, but it's AC Milan. What's your take on it, B? Do you believe that, saying that other clubs are after him, or do you just think it's all smoke screen?
It's possibly coming from Seville's end, trying to push the price up. I don't think it really matters. They said they'd matched the bid that we'd had turned down. Why would someone bid the same money as we've had turned down? Doesn't make any sense to me. And anyway, if it comes to it, who can pay the bigger wages? I think he's got his heart set on coming to St James's Park, to be quite honest. So I think he'll be in the door. I think he'll be in before the end of the week, whether it's in time for Leeds when we really need him. Going to be a tight one.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I mean, you're supposed to be the richest club in the world. I'm hearing people saying, excuse me, are these people another Ashley? No, they're not. They don't want to be ripped off, especially in January. But one thing I'm going to say, right, it's a stark lesson for them because it's a learning curve for them because they just took it over the club. And if you're in dire straits in a minute, but
we'd rather deal with this learning curve than have to deal with Mike Ashley again.
John,
because at least we signed 2 players.
John went 19th in the table. It's pretty hard.
That's the other thing too.
People don't want relegation battles on their conscience and things like that, and you find out a lot about a player after if they've got a fight in them or not by if they're signing these situations on them.
I found it interesting today that Lingard's kind of been listening to Kieran Trippier about coming. I think once we get the type of Lingard in or Diego Carlos, I think you'll see others follow then. I think once you get the first one, proper one in, I think you'll see other players follow and they'll kind of see the ambition then. And I think that's how it's going to work. But got to get the first. I mean, I know Kieran Trippier's in, but I think he's instrumental will be instrumental if it happens to get Lingard in.
Yeah.
I think Trippier's also going to be instrumental in getting Carlos in as well. So I think once the first one comes.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. You need that one big statement signing, and that's going to make other players think, okay, there's something going on here. Maybe I'm getting on the action.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm coming to Lingard in more depth. I'm still on Diego. Seeing like money for Carlos. I know how poor our scouting system is. We have been obsessed on 2 centre backs all month, with at least 20 other options out there. You have to agree. I mean, just spread the word. Just go for just go out there and cast your net sort of thing. I'll go with you this one, Jason. That I totally agree about the Joe Willock situation. They could do exactly the same with Diego Carlos. Yeah, give him to the weekend. If you don't want to agree with us, we move on.
Like I said, throughout the whole entire summer, we wasted that entire window trying to bring Joe Willock in when we could have moved on to other targets and could have brought in 2, maybe 3 players. But no, we spent the entire window trying to get Joe Willock in. It's the same thing that's happening now. Give them a couple more days, give them to the weekend. If they're still not going to arrange anything, then say, fine, we're moving on to other targets. That's going to make him even more furious with his club. He's going to unsettle the entire dressing room. And then you're probably end up going to have the club coming to us saying, fine, we'll agree on this amount, take him because our entire team's going to be naffed without him, the way he's acting. Otherwise, just go get others. There's plenty of defenders out there. We don't have to have him. We can just go for others and just go for him in the summer.
The latest center back I've seen us linked with, it's Christopher. Woo! Literally.
Christopher, woo!
Woo!
WOOH. He plays the French center back from Lens. That's where Haidara plays now, actually.
Yeah. Never heard of this guy. Never heard of him.
He's 20 years old.
So from Eddie Howe to Christopher. Woo!
And I think we might go after Frederick. Yay!
Very true, very true. Never heard of this guy. John's made a good point about it. It isn't a guarantee that we'll get players we want. Even though we are the richest club, the position of the club will put a lot of players off. It's exactly what you said, Chipas, as well. It's the we're in 19th position, and they're not going to come to us with a 19th. But if we look at the league table,
It's the
we
hardest.
still get out of the bottom three.
It's the biggest stumbling block we have to deal with right now.
So that means we're going to put over this rubbish until the end of the season, the ones we've got, apart from
Not necessarily, because like you say, Diego Carlos wants to come. Once you get him through the door, I think others will want to follow. This is the whole thing. This is why the Diego Carlos one is a massive transfer for us.
Yeah.
We get him through the door, I think we'll get others through as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. And everyone agree we're going to get Carlos in the end then?
I think
I do.
we will.
Yes.
He's agreed personal terms now. Like it's like I said, it's just about between the clubs and negotiating fees and wages.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on it. He definitely won't be ready for Leeds if he does come. Otherwise, it could be dragging on till the end of the window, and it's something I don't want happening.
Yeah, fair enough. I totally agree. I've got Chester here as well, and Daniel as well. Sort of thing. Answer your question, Daniel, and Chester's answer as well. 190 million, 200 million is immediately available in as little time as on transfer window without FFP coming into play. If that's what you're asking, yeah, totally agree. We can spend up to 200 million if possible. I've done on a heartbeat, better than what we have, more forward thinking, yes, indeed. And one as well. And Jan, I'll be watching the video game, but Jan, do you mind not writing in the block capitals, please, mate? Otherwise, I won't be able to read your comments, mate. I'm sorry, but if you just put in smaller capitals like you've done before, mate, and I will not be taking any messages with capital letters. I do apologise, people. I don't think anyone will join before the Leeds game. Thanks so much for that, Tony.
2 medicals booked in for Thursday, so it's possible.
Yep, we look forward to that one.
There was meant to be medicals booked in last week as well. That never happened.
Yeah. I mean, Matthew said, let's pay them what they want, but that type of mentality would have FSP catching up with us in a few years' time. Aubameyang linked to a Saudi team, and that's I believe so as well. And I've got Bianca Wester there, by the way. Carlos as well, but you bring in the grit and sack that we're sorely missing. He's a natural leader, kind of like Richie, but with legs of a beast. The guy's 6'1". I would take one for the team. That's Bianca. I've got a Guna fan as well. Here we go. I mean, I tell you what, he speaks a lot of sense, this guy. He really does. Yeah. And
Evening, Del boy.
yeah. If the players were as good as the fans, we would be the best team in the world. Yeah. I want to talk about more in depth of Jester Lingard as well. I mean, I'll go with you, Ryan. I mean, if we do get Lingard, that's a big if, by the way. I mean, would you make a difference on the midfield?
100%. We need progression, mobility, and like fast movement in midfield. And I think Jesse Lingard's the guy to do that for us to link midfield to attack like that.
Yeah. I totally agree. What about you, Billy?
Yeah, we've also got the added bonus of he can get behind the striker as well, can't he? Get beyond him. And if we're going to play Chris Wood, which I'm not 100% sure that we should be, but having said that, he's the only one we've got. If he can get flick-ons, Jesse Lingard getting him behind him, great finisher, will get us goals.
Yeah, 100%. And Jason?
Yeah, just like what Ryan and Billy said, as everyone knows, I'm not a great lover of Chris Wood, but Lingard, he can shoot and he can be on target, unlike a certain ASM that does his trickery, and most of his shots are off target or skying wherever. But Lingard, he can. We saw it last season on loan at West Ham. He can score. He can get in positions. He can weave around those players and hit a shot from miles out. It would definitely improve us.
Yeah. And
I'll be honest, I think it improved Man United. I think they're struggling in midfield. They've got no creativity there, have they? I think it improved their side. I'm amazed he's not getting the game for. I'm amazed.
Well, Man United only live by one rule: pass to Ronaldo or don't play.
That's right.
Exactly that. And Chippers.
Yeah, the improver because he's better than what we've got. You saw when he went to West Ham last season. He just needed a change, I think, from Man United, and you say he gets away from there, and you just give him some freedom, and he scores goals. He's a goal scorer midfielder, and that is a very sensible asset to have in your team. As someone, if your strikers can't do it, then your midfielder can do it. Win the games.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking of midfielders, so we do need a midfielder. I need 2 midfielders in the team. Joe Linton, but he needs help. I mean, I'll be over Bissouma for Brighton people. I mean, Billy. Do you think? I mean, Aston Villa wants him as well. Do you think we should get this guy? I'll take him 100%.
Oh, he's a great player. Yeah, absolutely. He'd be fantastic bloke just to step into where Sean Longstaff was supposed to be playing last week. Solid to defensive as well. He does it all, doesn't he? He's a great central defensive midfield player, but he also can join the attack. He tore us apart one year at St James. I remember he ran the show. Superb player and definitely worth buying. Whether we get him or not in the kettle of fish, I think our position might kind of rule us out of that one.
Yeah, fair enough. Koundé is the name I was looking for. Jules Koundé, but he's the one's carrying them. Well.
Yeah, good centre half.
Absolutely. Going back to Matthew's comment sort of thing, he says that Everton's going to be the last chance to loon in a couple of weeks' time. We don't win that game, then we could be in serious trouble. And got Wargramps as well. Nice lads. We tonight, John. Absolutely, these guys comes on every week, and I tell you what, they are fantastic people. Get along with each and every one of them. I mean, Chippers could be a caddy lad sort of thing, but hey,
I am the shandy of this chat. Simple as. I'm just anyone can have us. Anyone can,
Hey?
anyone can take my banner.
You said anyone can have us.
Yay! Bless
well, in moderation. I'm not going to use.
Or just like in my chat the other day, he's the nicest mug you could know.
Wow. Bless you. I got Sheila69. Thanks to donation there, MBA. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate that. And constantly channel a lot. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much indeed. And Lingard's injured. That's why he's not in the team. So he's injured.
That's just an excuse, that, isn't it?
I think so.
What about us being linked with Ericsson?
In my opinion,
Take him as well.
I'd happily take him.
I'll happily take him. No,
not for me.
He's a quality midfielder. I mean, if he
was.
Back and the off, so
He was a quality midfielder, but
yeah.
How long is it going to take him to get match fit? He ain't played since last June. Might take him 2 months to get match fit.
That is the thing. That is the thing.
Bit of a risk.
Bit of a risk, but I'd take him. If he was match fit, I would. But you need.
I would if he was match fit. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, take it right now. Pardon me. I got John Kingswell. Isn't there supposed to be 2 players to our medicals tomorrow? Billy,
accounts.
You're a transfer.
Yeah, by all accounts, yeah. Which 2 is another kettle of fish. We thought it was going to be Aubameyang and Carlos last night. No, I'm not so sure.
Well, we'll see what happens on that one, sort of thing. But well, it is now. It's just a case of wait and see. Like sort of, you have to spend the money, which is great. I've got Chester, Tony, Matthew as well. Is Milan only want to pay £30 million? That'd be rejected out of hand anyway. Yeah. And glad to be one of your followers, John. You see me having thousands joining. Thank you very much indeed, mate. Thank you so much. But I've been good so far. I've not said how many people watching live. I've not kept on saying do hit the like button. I'm being very, very good. And I'm happy to be that way. So I've got Tony as well. I stole off someone of World Sport the other night. Not going to take credit for it. Cheers. Wow. I'll just go find it as well. And the next one I'm not going to display. I'm not going to put on the screen anyway, but still, AC Milan can pay 30 million. No Italian team can spend that kind of money in the window. What they could do, though, they could, Jason, they can take him on. They could possibly take him on loan, and then it turns into a permanent deal. But I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. No way.
I don't think Sevilla would accept that.
Why would they send him out on loan but not sell him to us permanently? Why would they do that? It's just brainless.
Yeah.
Exactly. Totally agree. No, just Lingard in Man U's gone. I would love Lingard in. And yeah, I'll go back to Jay Lebowski as well. Don't understand why people are giving out fake information out on different platforms. Just annoying and doesn't help anyone. They're on Pacific days, teams, book medicals, unless deals are done. I totally agree. We agree 100%, mate. Do you agree with that one, Ryan?
Say that again.
Don't understand why people are giving out fake wrong information out on different platforms. Just annoying, doesn't help anyone. They're on the Pacific tiers. Team book medicals unless deals are done. It's just different stories about clubs sort of thing. The deal is done, not done yet.
Well, take everything with a grain of salt, man. Like, that's what I go by. Like, not I just think everyone's believing everything because of the situation we're in. So it's almost like we need good news the whole time. But people are just like, they're clinging on to it to be good, but it's false. But it's like, why did you think that was true in the first place? Like, don't believe everything you see, man. Like,
yeah, totally agree. Carlos is starting, by the way. He's been picked.
Yeah, he's been picked. Yeah,
picked tonight. We'll see.
No, Trippier played. Didn't Trippier play before the day before he joined us? Didn't he? So it means nothing.
We might have agreed. We might have agreed to let him play the night and then get it all sorted after the game.
Yeah, just to keep it fit.
We got to see at the end of this match if he gives any clap, if he's the last one on the pitch to like clap the players on it's an away game. So
throwing his shirt in the stand and that kind of stuff and waving and that. Yeah, there'll be plenty of signs tonight. Unless he's sent off after 3 minutes.
Yeah,
stretch it off.
Steps on the pitch, gets a red card, and then on the plane to Newcastle.
That's what's going to happen. I can see that happening anytime soon. I got Danielle. You simply cannot compare our owners to Mike Ashley.
Of course you can't. No,
you cannot. You cannot.
It's like comparing dog shit to caviar, isn't it? For your dinner.
Exactly. Yeah, David know about that one. We had about Diego sort of thing. We don't know who that club is. Apparently Arsenal, I believe. And that's going to be ejected out of hand.
I've heard Aston Villa.
Yeah, could be as well. This is the thing, right? We've been after Carlos a couple of weeks, right? Someone comes in with a better offer and he's gone. Do you know what I mean? So then again, he might turn it down. Foxy's right, seems to have been in for about 20 strikers with only 2 defenders.
I've said it since the start of the season. I've said it since the summer window. The first player we need to even think about bringing in is a centre back.
Yeah.
Well, we've been in for Botman, Carlos, Schlotterbeck. 3 I can think of. About any 3 I can think of. But yeah, I think we do. We need 2 centre halves, that's for certain.
We do, because these centre halves we've got are not good enough. Let's be honest about it. They're not good enough. Got Sean as well. Evening, lads. Let's face it. What a disappointing transfer window. So far, sick of hearing about players, and now it happened. Really?
We're only halfway through it. We've signed 2. I think we'll sign more by the end of it, and I think deadline day we might get 2 or 3 in that day as well. So still plenty of work to go. We'll be all right by the end of it. But like you say, we'd have been better off doing it. Well, everyone thought we'd do it early. We haven't been able to do it early. But I think clubs will be more kind of panicking towards the end of the transfer window and trying to get the money out of us. And I think we'll be okay by the end of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Ryan?
Yeah, I think the thing is that, like, I think that's how business is done. Where like we're going for like one target. We're supposed to. Baldwin seemed like the main name we're going for right away, but like that's basically dead in the water. So we moved on. Oh no, it's Trippier. Basically, we got him right away. Then it was Botman, didn't go to plan, and then we got Chris Wood out of nowhere, trying to find a striker. So the thing is too, I think. After Leeds, I think there's no other games left in January. So while the squad's in Saudi Arabia, the whole ownership and the transfer people, whoever they are, they're going to be like, they'll have 2 weeks to not worry about some game coming up. Like they'll have the whole 2 weeks, whatever, to actually just buy signings. And then hopefully like right away, so then they could actually go and get ingrained with the squad, almost like when Eddie Howe came in, where he had like a week or two to actually prepare the team and get his ideas across. So
Yeah.
I this whole talk, I think it's just, again, it's more panic from people. Like, yeah, I get it, we're in the shitter right now, but we have to trust these people. Because Mike Ashley, if we're still with Mike Ashley, we would not be buying any of these players right now. Maybe Chris would. Probably not, because we paid a lot of money for someone his age. But he's in, and we just got to trust these owners to get the targets that they want. And now we need.
The thing as well is would you be surprised if Burnley's game got called off again this weekend to save her as well?
It's starting to piss me off now, man.
Wow.
You know, Arsenal get the North London derby postponed, yet they loan out Pablo Mari. Like, what's that about?
It just makes no sense whatsoever, does it?
It's clubs just
Well,
taking advantage of it.
They want to get rid of Aubameyang as well, and it's like, well, you've only got yourselves to blame for getting rid of players.
Apparently, they're changing the rules on it, aren't they? The next day or two. So hopefully, this is going to end now. Whether all these games are getting cancelled for kind of piffling reasons. I mean, at least when we had ours, then we actually were live with this stuff, weren't we?
These same teams that are getting games postponed are going to complain about fixture congestion later on for them too. Like,
I mean, Burnley haven't played since 1923, but it feels like they haven't played for about 30 years.
Yeah, well, you mean, guys. I've got Matthew. This is FIFA, where you go after 10, 20 players at the same time. You prioritize the ones you want, Botman and Carlos, and try and get them in. If not, then go for other options.
Yeah, he's right.
He's right. He's correct. And Wargrams as well. This is a good point, by the way. If we stay up, players will be crying to join us. Well, if the players turn us down, like Donovan Beer, Eden Hazard, right? Or all the players they didn't want to come to us in January, I don't want them in the summer. Do you agree with that one, Chips?
Yeah, I don't want them, because it shows to me what they're only bothered about, and it's not football and reasons. They're just bothered about cash, aren't they? So good luck.
I mean, the Van der Beek one's the most pathetic thing I've ever heard. I mean, it's not as if he had to stay. He's only a loan deal. Why is he turning down a loan deal to get games? Makes no sense whatsoever. Because at the end of it, he could piss off, whether we're up or down or whatever. Made no sense.
Absolutely. He's got to come on loan, so he'd be quite happy sitting on the bench for 200k a week. Yeah, you got the World Cup coming up in November, December time. He's taking a huge risk not getting games, and he's not gonna like get games. He's not gonna qualify for come to the World Cup.
That's the problem too. If they don't get games too, there could be some upcoming Dutch midfielder that makes a good name of himself the next 6 months, and then he becomes chosen over people like Van de Beek, who, let's be honest, like it's almost not like it's like Gareth Southgate, where he picks players based on who he likes and past like positions that they chose for. Like, I don't think he has that. Like, things move fast in this sport, and like, yeah.
I see what you agree. I see exactly what you agree, mate. I've got Belly as well. Teams wants to rip Newcastle off instead of wasting time with back and forth. Just pay the asking price you have to pay to play, and basically pay a couple million, pay over the odds. I've got Wargram as well. Plenty of supporters in Northern Ireland, John. Big up to you, my guy. Keep watching, mate, and thanks so much for coming on. I've got Jan as well. I believe by the end of the window we'll have Carlos and Botman in Toon shirts. That's a big ask. I'll be happy for one of them.
We won't have Botman.
And Aston Villa are offered the same as Newcastle Diego Carlos. Well, I tell you something. Again, you just pay the money and just go for there. I haven't seen any solid source of that. There's too many calls booked for tomorrow. That's Matthew. Good Fridays as well. I want to talk about Zapata as well for Atalanta. Me and Ryan knows European football in and out. And I'll go with you, Ryan. I mean, what's your take on Zapata? Would you take him at Atalanta? I mean, apparently you offered a €5 million loan deal, which turns out to be a 26 million permanent deal. Would you take him at Newcastle United?
I would, because he's got a good goal scoring record this season. I think he's like 9 and 16 or something, and like a few in the Champions League, and then like one in the Italian Cup. But he's got the body frame, and I think if him and Chris Wood, if they play together, would just be like a brute force up top. And thing is, he plays with a 2 striker setup at Atlanta. He also plays with another striker at with Colombia as well. So maybe if we buy him, we'd have to like play to his strengths. Because for me, if you're buying an attacker, you want to play toward their needs. You're not gonna change up a system based off a center back because they just defend. Attacking is different ways. So with Zapata, probably like some 4-4-2 setup with him, Chris Wood or Wilson would be good.
Yeah, I agree. It should be a Ketia. It should be a Nketiah. It's League One level, just like it's happening against Sunderland. I mean, if anyone comes on the comment section below and asks us, would you take a Ketia? I would say a Nketiah because that's not for me. So, what about you, Billy? Do you agree with what I said? Would you say a Ketia or a Nketiah?
I think he's promising, I'll be honest with you. I really do. I think he's promising. He's got a little bit of the Ian Wrights about him. The hat-trick against Sunderland with 3 cracking finishes. One had a little bit of cheek involved with it, the little flick through his legs. I think he's got promise. I do, honestly. I think he might be one for the future.
Fair enough. What about you, Chips?
Yeah, I think he's one of them players that I don't think he's a first teamer yet, and he's one to like be a sub, an impact like substitute, and someone that can learn off a striker that's already the club's got. So I think I'd take him, but we need a proper number 9 to learn off him.
Yeah, fair enough. What about you, Jason?
I think I'd take him.
So hoovering.
It says that, doesn't it? Shut up!
It is. That's someone hoovering.
Is that you, mate? Turn it off, man.
Oh, whoops.
Thank you. Go on, Jason. Carry on, mate.
I'd take him. He's promising. He's one that still needs to still find himself in to get to where he needs to be. Wasn't he on loan at Leeds? He was doing pretty well there, and then Arsenal recalled him, and then you never saw him again. So he's got the potential. I wouldn't mind having it. I do want to build a younger team, so bringing him in would be decent because we've been linked and so far brought in 2 players at 30 plus. So we need to start bringing in some youngsters.
Wow.
He's very rough around the edges, but he's got so much potential. I mean, I honestly think he's going to be a really good player. I do, honestly.
My take on Nketiah, I don't think he's got an opinion, right? But I'm not sure about him, by the way. I'm not sure about him, let's be real. I know he's young, and I know that he's got potential, set that sort of thing. But we need someone who's going to come in and bang the goals in. I don't think Nketiah is going to score enough goals for us. But in my opinion, we need goals, and I think he'll probably struggle in a dogfight. I could be wrong, and if he comes, I'll back the guy, but
I don't want him coming in, step straight in. Like Chipper said, he's one for the future. He's potential. But you want him just stepping straight into the hot shoes of having to score goals to keep us up. No way, but
fair enough.
2 or 3 years, man, I think it's going to be special.
We've already got 2 senior strikers at the club, so not really much pressure for him to come in and deliver, I guess.
Fair enough. That's a good point, Ryan, and good point, guys, on Nketiah as well. Would you take him? Who do you guys take having to win at Burnley last game to survive, people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, one game to survive.
Providing the game goes ahead, they might try and get that postponed.
Oh, wow. I've got a great team on you tonight, John. I'm laughing my head off. You carry on, mate, and I'm glad you're just watching our channel tonight, and thanks so much indeed. Eriksen's one of the summer, in my opinion, if he's not match fit, mate. I don't think I can take him. Fangman for, that's a Daniel L. Daniel. Oh, no. So, okay.
You sound like Kermit the Frog then.
I know it's too bad. Oh, wow. Sorry, Danielle. Sorry about that. Goes fair enough, John. You're doing well, mate. Thank you very much indeed, mate. I appreciate that. And I've got some more comments as well. I think it's going to be like this, the transfer rumours for the next 10 years, then for us, it's going for absolutely mental for the last 2 years, and especially up to the deadline. We need players in there now, mate.
We need them in now.
We do need them in now.
We can't wait until the end of the window, because by the end of the window, it could be too late. Yeah, we've only got Leeds, but still, it could still be too late. We need to get points now. We need to get those wins now. We can't keep relying on draws all the bloody time.
Yeah, exactly. We do need them in now, but I don't think we're going to get them all in now. And I think for once we might have an exciting transfer deadline day. I'm looking forward to that, because we've never had one before. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
As soon as Sky Sports News comes on, you see transfer deadline day. We go to St James's Park. All the lights are off.
Yeah, exactly. Steve Bruce having a bacon sandwich. Transfer deadline day. Just read Monday into it.
Exactly.
But now, Coronation Street. Yeah,
exactly. I thought it was Coronation Street rather than sitting outside and looking for players coming. But then in our part, we could get players coming in. You never know. Koundé is joining Chelsea in the summer. He wants Chelsea since last summer. They're ready to place a bid 65 million big summer to Chelsea transfer. I have to agree, mate. I mean, Chelsea need to improve the team, because they're not going to win the title anytime soon this season. And Carlson's filling the team today. And I've also got Tony Sweden. May as well rename Sky Sport News to Newcastle. Not used to this in a transfer window. After
exactly.
And I want to talk about I'm going to go on to Eden Hazard sort of thing quickly, right? I mean, Chippers, Eden Hazard.
Not now. Not now. We can't be like risking players who've played how many games in the past few years?
50
games in the past. What was that since he's left Chelsea? I mean, that's ridiculous. You can't be doing that. Sorry, I'm just seeing them reface that Dublin's done reviews and
unreal, isn't they?
God. Easy, man. I mean, they said they agreed to 40-odd million quid, and then he turns us down because he won't go to a club. It's a big club. Exactly what Chipper says. So league positions as well. Crazy, man. Go on, Billy.
To be honest with you, I'd rather have Thorgan Hazard than Eden Hazard.
Every day of the week. Yeah,
every day of the week. Every day of the week, man.
Worst career move he ever made was leaving Chelsea to go to Real Madrid. Because at Chelsea, he was one of the best players in the world, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Since then, he's played like 12, 15 games, like you said, and his career's gone down the pan.
Correct. And I never really believed anything till I see it or the man or tweet about it, Matthew, or with you as well.
John, are you watching your beloved Man United 8 o'clock, are you?
I'm not a red. Chip has.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm Toon through and through. Can you see Man U on the back of the background? No.
I don't know, but I do see a red shirt on Ryan's Small.
Hey!
Did John send you that?
Nah.
Who am I not playing tonight, John?
I did not look at the photos, sort of thing. I'm not a red.
Look,
who am I not playing tonight?
I'll do a next Horseman show on Monday week, right? I'm gonna tell Paul if you can get Macy on for 15 minutes, right? She will back us all away. She knows I'm not a red.
No women on the Horseman. You know the rules, John.
Oh my God! Don't ever do that on the Horseman.
Guilty.
I don't think the Horseman's going to be on that Monday night because that's transfer deadline day. I think Paul's going to move
the money up. Yeah, that's it. You're right. I mean, that should be lit. I mean, I could be doing that as well, but if Paul's doing that, on channel, but there you go. Most of the links are clickbait. The problem is taking all these links seriously. That's from Rita. Here's Rita. Big up to you, and good shout. And more business done so far than many years with Mike Ashley. I agree with you, my guy. And hopefully, Cards claps off the fans. I think he will do. And I'm not going to read about the next one. Sorry, Richard. Have you worked out the mystery signing yet, John? That's from Bianca. Thing was, I heard news that there could be a mystery signing. I heard about it. I don't know who it is yet. It could be Lingard. It could be an Aubameyang. Yeah, but Lingard more of a chance than Aubameyang sort of thing. So there you go. Cards playing tonight. Yeah, we know that. And or he comes onto pitch in a tin top and gives the fingers to the fans. That would go down well, will it? He'd be lynched. Even to Stephen, Everton supporter. More Ashley couldn't pee in the toilet, let alone on a football club. That's JK. And I want to talk about as well on. I'm going to talk about the job. Eddie Howe. Now, I'll start with you, Chippers, right? Eddie Howe, right? Again, people saying, "Oh, he's got to be sacked. He's got to go." So if people are questioning already, I posted on a tweet on Sunday and said that, look, Eddie Howe is my manager. We do not like Rafa Benitez, right? It's got to be Eddie all the way. Go on, Chippers. Do you think I'm right? Do you think Eddie Howe deserves to keep his job longer?
What were people expecting? We're 19th in the table. He was the only real manager that we know of who wanted the job. He's come from down south. He's up here by himself. You know, his family hasn't relocated up here yet. He hasn't got a house here yet. He's still living in a hotel. What more do people want from him? You know, it's ridiculous. It's like we've got.
How long does it take to move that bloody room?
Henry, shut up.
It's like there's a complete rebuild needed at this club. So he's like at the start of it. It's including the manager needed rebuilding because we couldn't have Bruce as that dining at that table. We just give time, man. I mean, what happens this season for me is it's irrelevant because the damage was done before he came in, before the new owners come in, because of the previous windows, the previous lack of investment. Just this season for me is a write-off. No matter what, if we stay up, then yeah, it's brilliant. But if we go down, for me, it's not the end of the world because I think a lot of us tipped us to go down. And I know we've had this transfer window, but it's too late. I think even if we get the players in at times, because we only signed Willock in the summer, and that was the bad part of it because we should have signed more than him. We should have got more than him in the summer. We weren't prepared at all this season yet again because of the lack of care of the previous regime. So for me, this season is just about if we stay up, great, fantastic. It's a bonus because a lot of us probably think we're going down anyway. But if we go down, then we can rebuild completely, and a lot of this deadwood will not be here next season, no matter what division we're in. So we've got to take the rough with the smooth, and this is the rough part at the moment.
Yeah. Do you agree with that one, Jason?
Well, I've had my say on it. I've said from the off, it's not recently, I've said it from the start, that I didn't actually think that Eddie Howe was the right one to take us forward. It's basically because his name was mentioned a lot under the Ashley reign. So for then, I would have said, yes, Eddie Howe is the perfect man to take over because we're never going to get money. Eddie Howe knows how to work on a very, very tight budget. So being under the Ashley reign, he would have been the perfect appointment. But then moving on to new owners and then Eddie Howe coming in, I'm thinking, I don't think he's the right one to take us forward. He's not going to bring in those players that are going to get us out of there. He's not going to save us. But I'm willing to give him plenty of time. I'm backing him 100%. I want him to have this window. Let him bring in his players. See if he can turn it around with his own players input into the team. I still don't think he is the right one to take us forward, but that's where I want him to prove us wrong or prove me wrong. Yeah. I still don't agree with the Chris Wood signing. I really don't think he is the right person for us. I see Chris Wood more of our person that's going to get us out of the championship. He is our championship striker that's going to score us those goals to get us out. I don't see him as the one that's going to save us. So we definitely do need another striker to come through, mainly because we got all of our strikers injured. So God forbid he gets targeted and gets taken out. We're back to square one with no strikers. So we do need to bring another striker in regardless. But
yeah, we need three strikers.
I'm definitely giving Eddie the chance, and I'm definitely going to give him time. It's just we need to get those players in now so that he can show us what he can do with his team. Because yes, he has got Bruce's team, but that's where I don't like people saying, "Oh, he's working on Bruce's team. He's got this, that, and that." You've seen other managers in other teams; they had to take on teams of their previous managers. So you don't really see them complaining about that. So it's kind of an and an iron over that. But whatever, put that aside. I'm giving him the chance. I'm giving him the time. I'll make my full, proper, honest judgment on him at the end of the season. I've already resigned us as being relegated already. I said it at the start of the season. I thought we were going to get relegated. I don't see us surviving this season.
Fair
But
enough.
yeah, Howe, again, he's not the one I think would take us forward, but I want him to prove me wrong, and I do hope we stay up. And Howe's the one that does it.
We'll see what happens. Sort of thing. That's your opinion. I've got go with Ryan before I go with Billy. Go on, Ryan.
Yeah, I think the outrage for Eddie Howe is a bit ridiculous, and it's almost been there's been outrage more because Rafa got sacked and everyone wants him back. Well, not everyone, but a portion of the fan base. And I think it's stupid. Rafa Benitez wanted to come back to Newcastle. He wouldn't have taken the Everton job. I know for a fact, we all know, he definitely knew about this takeover happening in October or September. Whenever it was going to happen, October 7th. Anyways, he goes to Everton anyways, when he could have waited an extra 2-3 months to get it. And if Rafa was a free agent, I would have happily gone him. But going back to Eddie Howe, like, you know, when the takeover happened, I'll admit, I'll put my hands up and say, I'm stupid and I'm wrong for this, but I want people like we're getting linked with like Antonio Conte, all these other top managers, and I thought, you know what, let's go get them. But, you know, you're brought back down to reality and you realize we're 19th. I'll say it again. People just look at the table. People don't care about, oh, we're 2 points adrift or 4 or whatever it is. They just look at the table, they say 19th, they're like, no, I don't want to come. So Eddie Howe was the most valuable option because he's already had that experience of taking a team up and fighting relegation for, 4 years with Bournemouth in the Premier League, so he has that. Up-and-coming manager. I don't see what else more he can do. You know, and at Bournemouth too, he inherited his squad. He had the players he wanted, and it took time for him to build stuff. He's got to have that time here because the players we have, it's just a bunch of losers, that's all.
Yeah, totally agree. Before I come to Billy about the situation as well with Eddie, I'll just read this very quick. If Van der Beek happy to sit on the bench, then he's embarrassed. It should be Dudley Van der Bench, not Van der Beek, by the way. And then 3 to 5 years' time. Let's be real. I'll say it again, he's wrong. Dudley Van der Bench. Van der Bench.
Van der Seat would have worked better.
Exactly.
You better tweet that out, say, why not Van de Beeks? It's Van de Bench, and then put GGMU, hashtag MUFC on Twitter.
Yeah, you really want to do that, do you? Not a chance. Yeah.
In Ralph we trust, hashtag.
Oh my god.
Now, moving on swiftly, I agree with you, John. If they don't want to join us now, cut them loose. 100%. They're not coming. Origi's the same. He has no fight in him. Otherwise, he would have been looked in first team football years ago. Totally agree. That's why, to be honest with you, I thought about it over today. I don't want him. I don't want him now. We pay over the odds for Carlos and others like Wood, but we can't pay too much over the odds. That's a Matthew as well. And let's go on to Billy. Your take on Eddie Howe. I mean, you heard what the others been seeing. Is he your guy? Is he your manager? Or does he need some more time?
Is he his
Well, when
guy?
he came
That's
into
a
the
bit of a
club-
personal question, isn't it?
I wasn't one of the ones that were jumping on the bandwagon. I didn't want him to come in at the beginning. I didn't think he was a big enough name for the job. But it wouldn't be round with the way he spoke in press conference and how he kind of jumped 2 feet into the job, getting them training every day, 13-hour training sessions. And the results haven't improved. The football has. So we've still got to remember that squad is Steve Bruce's squad. Eddie Howe's been asked to get magic out of shit. Ain't working. I do have some issues with the way he manages the game actually in-game. His in-game substitutions, I don't think have been very good. And some of his selections also have been pitiful. The Sean Longstaff one last weekend was an absolute mind-blower to me, the way he played the week before. And he did the same performance again against Watford. He was awful. The substitution of St. Maximan for Almiron was a desperate substitution. Should have brought Miggy on. If he was set on defending the lead, then he should have brought Matt Ritchie on to kind of work with 2 defensive-minded players down that side and not Almiron. So I think we've got to give him time. I think we've got to get his players in, but I'm looking for more from him as an in-game manager, to be honest.
Yeah, we've dropped 24 points this season. That is a lot to drop. Right to
I think.
relegate.
I
He
think
had 11 goals in the last 15 minutes as well. Like, fuck off.
Oh, that's horrible, isn't it? Not
I,
good
think,
enough.
I actually think during the Watford game, constantly seeing the way Longstaff was playing, I was the only one, or probably everyone, that we don't want to see Willock on the pitch. We don't want to see Longstaff on the pitch. I was begging. I was shouting at this telly. I was just absolutely begging, just someone bring Hendrick on. We just need someone else apart from
I
Willock and
agree.
Longstaff that ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Let's
Why
see what
not play-
Hendrick can do.
Why not put Richie in centre midfield?
No.
Worst places you could put him.
I'd have put Rich on the left side. I would honestly. I think he'd have tracked back better than Underwood would have, and I don't think they'd have got that crossing.
Exactly. I agree there. But something's happening soon. And Nketiah is a young striker who has got much to prove, be a great squad player. Sure rates him. I'm sure that means something. I think he's going to end up going to Crystal Palace, people, by the way. Players like Nketiah in the summer, he's Palace bound by the looks of it. I think Theo's thinking about it, by the way. That's by the way. And could find this quickly. That was me, Son, me Black and Declan Bianca. Jack Harrison from Leeds in the summer. If Collins has to leave but still played, that shows he has the right character. Totally agree.
To be honest, Jack Harrison could be the competition ASM needs in the summer, but I don't know if Leeds would want to. I don't know about that one.
I tell you what, though, I'd take any talent in our club. I mean, Jack Harrison looks a decent talent. I'd take him all day long. And we need more points before the last game, obviously, to stay up. We got Everton soon, and we're going to need to win that. Otherwise, we're done. Absolutely done.
They're going to get such a manager bounce that they're going to start hitting a run of form.
Oh, speaking of manager bounce, I laughed at Craig Hope made an article saying that the honeymoon's done for Eddie Howe. When was there ever a honeymoon at this club?
The honeymoon's in a couple of weeks when we go to yeah.
Oh, I thought that was so stupid when I saw that article. So I don't click on them.
Exactly. Not interested in Eden. Poor attitude, inconsistent, overweight for a professional, and not the player he once was. Even at Chelsea, he was inconsistent, but at least he was a game changer. He's no longer a game changer. Simple as that. I think all the guys here agree. As they say, moving to the top clubs isn't always greener. That's from John. And Nketiah, on a fee, sure most would take him. He's still young and hasn't been given on the games. If he came to Newcastle, I'd back him, but it'd be off the
thing is about Hazard actually is if he could actually stay fit, which I think he's finally back to now, but can take care of himself, you'd start over ASM any day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. Tony, I'm not going to display this one next, mate. I mean, you can obviously react for yourselves. It's not this good family channel, by the way. So if he matches on YouTube tonight, anyone to watch that game, see how he does, is on YouTube for free, apparently. So Matthew said, John, if you're on a red, then start tweeting my new stuff. Right, I'll stop it there, right? I mean, I know these people for years and years and years, right? Especially the last yeah? They're always followers every single week, yeah? I'll do the same. They know I'm a Man United fan. Or the
What?
Someone click that.
Sorry, rewind. I'm going to play Maisie next week. I'm going to get Maisie on next week. She'll be fun. She knows I'm black and white.
That'll be in the corner of the next week. Oh my
God.
They're going to double sentence. Thanks, Jay. John, I'll look after you, mate.
John, we got smart people in the chat.
He messages on Insta, by the way, all the time. John King, he's a great guy, and I'll look after him, by the way. And then I got Danielle. Did I see you tagging the Man U family tweet, John? I've known him for years. I know I'm a black and white tuna. I'm a tuna.
Tuna.
And then Van der Beek supposed to change his mind. And change his mind and not come to the club, or
I don't know.
To be honest, I saw that report came from the Telegraph, but did he really deny us, or has there even been an approach? I don't know for Van de Beek, but if it's true, then yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, you got to see there. I mean, it's tough, but I mean, what it is, whatever happens, he's turned us down. As far as I know, I wouldn't have him in the summer. If he wants to come in the summer, tell him to get lost. all for discussing different options. So Eddie Howe distractors needs to be fair and judging once he has his own players. All the great managers start when Howe is right now and worse. And yeah, I'm going to talk about the Leeds game on Saturday. I mean, that's a tough game, Ellen Road. I mean, Chippers. I mean, how do you think we've got? We need the players before that game. You can't go into the same team at Ellen Road. Oxy is going to get tanked.
I can see we're getting beat. Simple as I think it's a free hit. I think if we get a draw, I think that's a bonus because I just
Bro, no game's a free hit up. No game's a free hit.
Well, the way we can't see games out, there's no way we're winning. So it is. If we can't win a game, and it's a free hit because we can't win that game. If we can't see games out, then we're not going to win games. So we may as well say it is. I can't see us. I can only see us getting a draw at best, and that's me being really positive. I can't. Yeah, we might be fitter and all that, but some of our players just aren't up for it. We can't. And in these games, we need to be up for it, and they're just not.
Yeah, I totally agree there. You got to do something about that. I mean, I'm not sure. Jason.
Who would I want instead of Howe? No, I'm not saying bring in someone else. I'm not saying sack him now. I'm giving him a chance. I'm just saying that he wasn't my ideal man, and I don't think that he's the one to take us forward. If anything, he's like the Man City type thing when they got brought out. Mark Hughes was the man that started the run before they moved on to where they are now. So I see this could be the same kind of situation, but Howe is the one to start us off before we move on to bigger and better things. If I was to pick another manager, then my choice has always been to bring Jose Mourinho in because he has that huge, massive love for the club. He has that love for Bobby Robson. So it would only seem the perfect fit for him to come to Newcastle and carry on what he's meant to, the man he loved the most. Done.
Yeah. Hughes was already there, wasn't he? He was already at Man City there, wasn't he, when they took over? Yeah.
No, was it not Keegan? Because then they took over when they moved new stadiums.
No, Ericsson got beat by Middlesbrough last day of the season, and then the year after that, it was Hughes. That was his last game. Hughes took over.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I've got one here as well. Eddie Howe's the future. He's still young and still has room to improve and gain experience in Europe when we get there. Cool. Let's just go fly through as well. I've got to read that again. How will hopefully grow as we grow. Fingers crossed, it'll be a great fit. 100% there, Rita. 100%. 1-0 to Leicester, by the way. I'm sure Chris Leicester Dad will be happy with that at the minute. That can't.
Who are they playing, John?
Spurs.
Spurs. No.
Spurs. And I want to talk about Joe Willock. Actually, go for score. Go on, Ryan. Your take on Newcastle Leeds on Saturday.
Oh, I was actually on Paul's channel yesterday, and I said that's going to be like 7 goals in that game, as in 4-3 win to Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's happened before.
What was you drinking at the time?
I was drinking water, actually.
What was in the
water?
Wow.
I don't think that's water.
I can't drink alcohol right now. I'm on a medication for it. I can't drink anything.
Wow.
There it is. Wow. I don't even drink alcohol anyway. I got Ryan as well. We're never far away from the Rafa talk. Like, hey, guys, I keep going until he gets a new job, I guess. That's fair enough. Hello, Tom Lit from St. Callum. And Brian, I got to Brian first. No other Premiership manager would do any better with the same players despite their contracts. And I got Belly. He wants Unai Emery. Good evening. And Eddie Howe isn't here to take us forward at the minute. He's here to rescue us. That's a fair shout, sort of thing. He's trying to keep us safe. And go there as well. And spot on, Ryan Howe's the manager for us. Absolutely 100%. I'm back in the sky. And I've got Sean as well. People want to have out to Rafa, would have a word of themselves. All this morning, that would happen with theirs was still tear over and stuck with Ashley and Bruce. Still have patience, man. We need to have patience. But we need a player to come in very, very, very quickly. I think Arsenal did the old switcheroo on the Willock twins. I want to talk about Joe Willock, Billy. I mean, if you look at it, right, I mean, just had one from someone else as well. I can't remember who posted it. What's wrong with Joe Willock?
I don't think he's been fit since he got here. I think he didn't have a pre-season at Arsenal. He went straight in, didn't look himself. Then he got himself injured and he was brought back before time. Lost a bit of confidence while he was playing under the weather. And, he's had a few weeks out now. I'd be tempted to give him a go on Saturday.
Yeah, fair enough. And I want to see Joe Willock back in as well. And he needs to fix up though very quickly and make sure it was the player that he is. And
Let's be honest, a shit Willock's better than a shit Longstaff, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I'll play Willock. I'll drop Longstaff. You know what I mean? I mean, Willock these games, and maybe he's not fit, but I hope that
he's got to be fit by now.
Yeah.
Maybe the time that Eddie Howe dropped him, hopefully he's been trained well and he can actually get in the team again.
You'll agree with that. About Leeds, though, John, I just think they'll have too much energy for us. I mean, we saw them against West Ham. They ran West Ham off the pitch, didn't they? I just think they've got too much pace in the middle of the park for our midfield. I think they're weak at the back, but I think the midfield might be where the game's won, and if that is the case, then I think we'll get beat.
I have to agree. I could see a 3-4-0 in this game. Excuse me, because our defense as well, Billy, is weak as well. I mean,
absolutely, it is. It is. Yeah.
Weak. It's more like non-existent.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I've got Lascelles as a mistake prone. You've got Fabian Chad, don't really want to be here. He's been linked to Bordeaux, by the way. I'm driving there. In fact, I tore him there, by the way. Let's be real. I tore him there because his heart's not in Newcastle. He's gone through the motions, yeah? I mean, he's just so scared of playing that lovely passes sort of thing in case he gives the ball away, yeah? I mean, we need to defend us very, very quickly. I've got so according to reports, Barca wants Dembele to sign a new deal. Tell me is worth pursuing if he thinks he's worth keeping. Would anyone do you take Dembele, by the way?
I'd take him, but he's very injury prone.
He is. Chipas?
Take who? I can't
Dembele
from
Barca.
Usman.
No, I wouldn't take him because if we go down, he doesn't want. He'll not want to be here. He want to be out. So what's the point? It won't last long. It's pointless.
Sad, isn't it? Really sad. But he could have been one of the world beat ass sort of thing. But his injuries as well is not very good at all. Apparently, if he doesn't sign a new deal, they're going to terminate his contract. So he'll be a free agent as well, apparently, by the way. So
yeah.
I was here as well. And not a transfer guru, not as bad and Baz and Billy there, but hey. And I got Stu, big up to you, Stu. All this club's current problems are down to the previous owner's neglect. 14 years, zero investment, and endless horrendous decisions that's found caught up with this proud club. He's bang on the money, see Ryan. He's bang on.
Say that again.
At this club, he's basically saying that there's been a lot of problems by the previous owners. Yeah, 14 years.
Oh yeah.
Investment in endless horrendous decisions that's finally caught up at the club.
Mike Ashley's done excessive damage to this club, and
yeah, it could be terminal. So I mean, if
exactly.
we go down this year, we're not guaranteed coming straight back up.
That seemed like the earliest the takeover could have happened because at least they're actually what is it like? At least Amanda Staley and PIF came in at that time because it could have been a whole lot worse if we didn't. It stuck with like Steve Bruce. Yeah, with Steve Bruce and then Mike Ashley still because we wouldn't be linked with any names.
Yeah, that is the thing, man. It's just, it's just a mess. The club is still, they're trying to pick up the mess left by Ashley and Bruce, and it's going to take a couple of years, sort of thing, as well to put right. But if we stay up this season, that'd be a fantastic achievement. But we have to wait and see what happens if we do or not. I've got Danielle. Imagine if the owners hadn't come in, the club would be finished. Billy, she's spot on, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. We would have been relegated and there'd been no chance of us getting promoted this time. And also, the one season he actually did invest, we finished 5th in the league. I mean, if that wasn't a lesson to him, and it obviously wasn't because he didn't invest again after that. Yeah, it's
yeah, man.
If that takeover happened 18 months ago, we'd be talking a different story. But at the end of the day, glad he's finally gone. He was a cancer on the club. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest about it. And horrendous, man. I wouldn't wish him on anybody, even Sunderland. Honestly, he's that bad.
Yeah, I agree. Going for another 15 minutes to go and then wrap up. I'm pleased to talk about 9% of our current players. They're all crap. I mean, I already keep about 4 or 5 players at the club. The rest can just go. Yeah. Hendrick, we have probably seen out the game, to be honest, used to sitting back with Burnley. And we need midfielders that can create score goals, who can cross and pass the ball to. That's why I want Bissouma all day long. We should be all over this guy. There are still 7 players in the squad in 2016, Jason.
Like I've been saying, the entire defense, we haven't had a fresh centre back since 2018. So we got players that have been here that have overstayed their welcome. Now they need to be moved on. We need to bring players in, and they need to start proving themselves. What players are currently here, because otherwise, as soon as the window shuts, Eddie Howe gets to pick his own 25-man team. And you can guarantee there's not going to be 4 goalkeepers in that squad. There's not going to be 2 Callum Wilsons named in that squad. There is going to be 25 people that he wants in that team. So they better start putting their fingers out their asses and doing something about it and putting in these results. Otherwise, they're not going to be in that team. Exactly. They're going to get replaced, and they better start finding a new club because they're not going to have a future at the club any longer.
Real talk.
Can I just say as well, that centre back we sold in the summer, so that centre back has come and gone before the other ones have gone who have been here before him.
The last defender we signed was Jamal Lewis. It's a fucking joke.
Jamal Lewis, but the one before it was it
Lejeune and Char.
Yeah.
Lejeune and Char.
Wow.
Kraft. What did we sign? Kraft.
Oh,
That was for Steve Bruce's first season with Joe Linton.
Yeah.
Maxman.
He's irrelevant because he hardly plays. I mean,
Yeah, that guy's more of a hockey player.
But PD loves him.
he's out. He's out. PD. I think he's in PD's dungeon.
Brilliant stuff. Got Malcolm. Good point, Malcolm from Denmark. Longstaff needs to be sent to some sports physicians, or they call it doctors, physios, and whatever. They need to find out why someone of his age looks absolutely knackered after 30 minutes. Go on,
But
man.
even if he's not knackered, he's still shite, isn't he? Let's be honest. He traps it further than I can kick it. Fucking useless.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been poor this season. He's gone so much backwards. It's just incredible, man. I don't want to cost players out, but real talk, it's players like him. It's going to cost us games. And I tell you what, I mean, you got to put Hendrick on. Not a Hendrick fan.
Give him a chance.
But it's nice to have someone playing midfield who's actually fit. Sean Longstaff, for me, he's done. He's done out of here. He's done. And
that's what I've been saying. I mean, we've been seeing Longstaff. He's been doing awful. Drop him. We've been seeing Willock. He's been awful. Drop him. I want to see. We've seen what Eddie Howe can do. We've clearly seen it. What he's done with Joe Linton. He's turned him into what possibly is a £40 million player in a new position.
The thing is, you mentioned Hendrick, and you just get shot on by people because you have that opinion. But at the same time, it's kind of like the whole. Not agenda, but the whole thing where we signed him as a free agent. We couldn't get anyone better than him at the time with Mike Ashley. But he's had semi-decent chances, but not a full run of games, He scored on his debut, of course, and made an impact against Wolves, but not enough, obviously. Lost 2-1, I think. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd give him a chance. He wasn't even in the squad last week, sure, he could find someone else to drop and replace.
Was he not because he had COVID? Or was he not one of the COVID cases?
It might have been. Yeah, there was some
Hendrick.
rumors.
Oh no, man.
But yeah, just like how has got that performance out of Joe Linton. He for a couple of games he got that performance out of John Joe Shelby. Every shot that Shelby was taking was on target, on point, and he was getting his passes and actually playing pretty well.
Yeah. Well, it's a whole defense line.
Even if Dwight Gow was to start getting games, because Eddie Howe has clearly said he is like Callum Wilson, why not give Gow a chance? Let's see what Hendrick can do. See if Hendrick into a world beater. Who knows? Play these players and find out.
It's like a defense of a back four. You need to have the same midfield to for them all to get better. Jeff Hendricks never had a run of games at all.
And the defence does look bad because the midfield in front of them ain't good enough, basically.
Yeah, same thing with Dubravka too. There's stuff where it's like, oh, can't really do much because of the defense either.
I agree. Our next 3 games is Leeds away, Everton, Villa, both at home. Doesn't look great, done it, for playing Villa. Petitions ability to make a Newcastle song cover Banks of the River time so Paul can play it in his intro for his new show. That'd be brilliant.
Paul got permission from Judy to play that, and he got a copyright from abroad. So
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
stupid. That's
Fair enough.
stupid.
I honestly think how getting COVID affected the whole manager's bounce thing. Tough one. Not sure. Or even John's sure. That'd be great, but don't want to upset Paul. He didn't even bid for Hazard. That's fair enough. And Ryan, guys, general question: how much time do we give Howe until the end of the season, or if relegation does?
Give him the whole season.
Ryan, what's your take?
Give him the whole season. Give him the whole season, man. I don't want to change managers again.
Exactly. Even
It's-
guys,
These players are clueless enough of like chopping and changing systems. It's better to stick with Eddie Howe because, I mean, the players definitely have an idea of how to play now. Why would you want to change that up with another manager?
You give him 18 months at least because Steve Bruce had 2.5 bloody years for where, man.
But yeah,
See, I was in favor of Steve Bruce at first, but I gave him time. And as soon as we lost 5-0 Leicester, I said, I'm done. I'm done with this guy.
Everyone was done after that.
I'm done after Leicester 5-0, man.
Even I say Bruce had like what 5-6 windows. Give Howe this window. Give him the summer.
yeah, man.
Then you can start really asking questions if performances are still the same. But I'll give him the summer. Let him build his entire first team because
Yeah.
that whole team needs to go. Let's face it, that whole team needs to go. We need to properly.
And it will be gone eventually.
Yes, I will say go. What happened with Rafa?
We want Amanda
What-
Staley
what-
says I want to win the Premier League within 5 to 10 years. I
What-
highly
what-
doubt any of those players will be there during now. Like this is just the beginning.
What did Rafa do when we went down? He broke that entire team down and rebuilt it, and then we went straight back up. So that's what needs to happen. Well, I'm saying we're already relegated. I don't think we're going to survive this. So we'll go straight down, rebuild for the championship. In my eyes, we've already started by signing Chris Wood. Rebuild the entire team, go back up. Then we can attract those bigger names in, keep us up, and then build from that.
Yeah. I agree, guys. I agree with everything you said there. Absolutely agree there. Got constantly create each chance as our defense is leaky. I have to say 3-0 to Leeds United last for Rita. And she has got a point. And Leeds have so many injuries, but they still be too strong for us, by the way. And Howe's levels above Marcus, though. Of course he is. Of course
He is, yeah.
Of course he is.
But Hughes was already there, wasn't he? He was already at the Etihad, so he kind of. I think he got managed the derby, and he was gone after that, wasn't he?
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? With Eddie Howe, I mean, he's made history, hasn't he? Sort of thing. I think he's absolutely what he's done for Bournemouth. He's been absolutely brilliant. He really has taking Bournemouth through all the leagues, and he's done a brilliant job on it, sort of thing, with minimal money. He's done a great job, and he deserves this chance to manage a club like Newcastle United, and that's how it is. I've got just here. Sorry, John, we love you as mate. Thank you very much indeed. I love you as too. I love all my viewers as well. And I've got Stu, agree with Chip as well. Kevin, far too many players each game. Our midfield's laughable. They're creating out and don't chip in the goals. They just seem to go backwards. That's in show. He's right
Good
there.
point,
He's
too.
correct.
There's no goals from midfield.
Yeah, I've taken Joe Linton out, right? He's only trying. He must be peed off thinking, why am I
Joe
playing with these?
Linton's the only one with a goal from midfield this season. I think.
Shelvey against Liverpool.
Isaac Hayden too. Yeah. Okay. Not enough though.
No, you're right. 3 goals.
Yeah.
That's it. And I hate that we're debating how it's so
4
disrespectful.
goals. Long stuff against Watford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had the time yet. I agree with you there. I agree with Vita there sort of thing as well.
No, yeah, he's totally. Yeah, he needs. I'd give him at least till the end of next season. At least.
200%. Ryan, I appreciate Eddie's here. That's fair enough. And everyone deserves time. I respect that. But if he could change for Rafa, I'm sorry. I wouldn't.
Oh.
I would. That's just my
Okay,
opinion.
yeah.
Which I appreciate isn't a popular one. So Ryan obviously wants Rafa back. Could be wrong. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'd rather take Eddie Howe. He's a young manager, good ideas, great guy. But Rafa, he messed up in China. He also messed up with Everton, yeah? I don't want Rafa to be a failure sort of thing, yeah? He's still got something to offer. But at the end of the day, the Newcastle job is taken. We've got Eddie Howe. So happy days. Simple as that.
Sweeney was here, he would have heard my point, and that Rafa Benitez could have he would have been a free agent for 2 extra months, and I'd have him back. But he decided to go to Everton for some stupid reason when he already knows what he's going in. The mess the club are in right now, and the fact that he managed a rival team for Everton, it's just a poison chalice. And it's just ruined his reputation more now, to be honest. Now he'll probably get a job in like mid-table Spain or something now.
He was never wanted at Everton, was he? Let's be honest. I mean, Rafa does well where he's wanted, and he wasn't wanted at Everton. He was never. It was always it wasn't going to be a match made in heaven.
He'd be accepted at any other Premier League team.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Well, maybe not Man United or Chelsea.
Yeah.
Not Chelsea or Man United, but yeah.
I agree with you guys. I just don't think. I mean, I love Rafa the bits, but it will not be him at Newcastle United anytime soon. Randy,
I think his day's gone now. His day's gone. He's a dinosaur now. You need progressive managers.
Yeah, it's so sad when it comes to it. You know what I mean? But again, people saying he should be a director of football. But
Oh man,
nah, don't want that for him. I do not want that here.
that's just people. That's just people's idea. If he can't be a manager, that's the only way that he could have a role at the club.
Ryan, if I was the manager of Newcastle and Ryan and Rafa Benitez came in director of football, I'll be thinking, look on my shoulder, pal. I really would, because it must be, hovering your shoulder and you're not doing a good job, and he'd be gone. He'd be taking this place. I don't want that for Rafa. I don't. And when Diego Carlos, 2 other clubs are after him as well, and believed to be Arsenal or Villa, AC Milan, and we believe that's not true. But he's still playing tonight, and we can still get him, but it's going to be very, very tight, very tight. So, and Jesse Lingard as well has been linked with us as well, but only on a permanent deal. And not everyone compares Howe to Hughes when Hughes wasn't even brought in after City take over. It's true. I've got BNL Duff from Canada. NFC put up 4 goals, not anytime soon. And at the same time, Wendy. And we talked about Joe Willock, mate, and I want him back in the team. And he's got to buck up his ideas as well, because he's not playing like a £25 million player. Willock was playing for an Arsenal contract. In my opinion, he's been slow this season, and his body language is terrible. Perhaps he wants to move back to London. I don't know. How's this confirmed? Akan Ilgali, he is the Simon Cowell lookalike as the new order in 11th year under the Alan family. So congratulations to Hull City. Congratulations to the fans. They got to take over. I'll probably drop Longstaff as well, to be honest, where he wants to go. He can go to Italy. You never know.
Longstaff?
Yeah.
Which one?
John, what are you drinking, like?
Probably he'd probably go. Tell you what, the club for him.
Wasn't Udinese after him?
That was Matty Longstaff. Sorry, Matty Longstaff. But seriously, though, I think Sean Longstaff should be playing in the Championship, something like that, sort of start again.
Could have gone to Everton for $1 million.
Yeah, we could have gone. You could have sold him to Man U for 50 million.
Should have taken it. Yeah, can't keep players out of the team for the whole season if they play bad. Sometimes dropping them gives them a good shit. That's what you do. And I've got definitely better than Longstaff. And I've got our silver lining. That's the one Spurs one.
Harry Kane scored though.
Harry Kane. And could go for this. Yeah, Harry Kane as usual. Rafinha will get his big move in the summer. What a player. And I'll tell you what, we got to get tight on him. We got to get tight on him on Saturday. If we don't get tight on him, Billy, he's going to destroy us.
I think the key to it is when he played at St James's Park, Matt Ritchie gave him the freedom with that left wing, didn't he? I think the key to it all is Paul Dummett hitting him early. I really do. Yeah. And put him out. And not put him out of the game as such, but make him think twice about trying to take the piss out of him. Because if he lets him, then we're going to be in deep trouble. Paul Dummett's going to have to hit him early.
Some needs to help out with him too.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
100%. I got Tony B as well. Brentford's just had a glorious chance, by the way, apparently. And Man U defence are all over the place.
Don't sound so disappointed, John.
Oh no! Listen, it's not a Reds channel, by the way. And
John, you want it tonight? You're a Man U fan, so you just get that shovel out, get digging.
Wow. With Post Sports Daily, he says that the Sharks are circling in for him, and dollars will not be something Leo can walk away from. I presume it's Botman, by the way.
He's talking about
No,
Jonathan
I
David.
think Jonathan David.
Oh, Johnny D. And then Belly, are you guys mad? He wants 800k a week. Nobody will pay that. No chance. Absolutely no chance.
John must be best mates calling him Johnny D.
Johnny D.
Why are you only hearing this now? He's been calling him that for a while now.
Don't get jealous now, Ryan.
He said he likes Johnny's D.
I bet he does.
I tell you
Like
what,
Jordan's
Belly and give you a new deal. They can keep
Whilst he's singing Johnny D. Good.
That's what I call him, Johnny D. We've seen it. Only conceded more than a goal so far. The bottom half team so far this season is 2 at Southampton. That's the thing. We haven't conceded. We've only conceded more than 1 goal once so far. Wow. Fair dues. In a single game, obviously. I've got Toons as well. This just Groundhog Day talking about the same players past 8 India, and now Eddie's been questioned about a job deal. It's just a joke. Yeah, I totally agree. He should be here for a long, long haul. I could find this quickly. If I don't read out, I do apologise. And I've got we go down. We just win all the cups next season.
Going back to that last one, I would start Murphy as well. I would literally drop ASM and start Murphy just so ASM sits out because of his bloody selfishness when he's on the ball. Yes, he's got talent. Yes, he can score. Yes, he can make a pass when he looks up and actually notices it. But he's more selfish than he is a team player. I would play Murphy because Murphy can whip those balls in. What's the point in signing a player like Chris Wood when he needs to be fed balls in order to score? Whip the ball in. Murphy's the right person that can whip those balls in.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think if
That's
you're going to play
what I
Chris
find
Wood, you've got to feed him.
We were chucking balls in the box to 5-foot-nothings, and then last week we didn't even put one in the box. It's like,
yeah. With Chris Wood in the side, you've got to feed him, and ASM's not going to do that. So yeah, I agree with it. Totally agree with that. But Fraser on the left, Murphy on the right.
Feed the wood, and you will get a ball now. That is what the saying is, isn't it?
Yeah. The thing is, right,
feed the wood and the pecker will score.
Yeah, we owe a lot to the man of relentlessly coming back for us. Yeah, thing is, right, people, right, I mean, I would not be surprised that ASM gets dropped on Saturday. I'm not surprised as well, that sort of thing, because in a game like that in road, we need scrappers, we need fighters to get in against this lot, yeah?
I don't know, I just can't see ASM being dropped. Like, he's our biggest threat, no matter, like, how hot and cold he is.
Fair dues. Stephen, thanks for your donation, mate. £5, please appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going out for a drink, maybe?
Yep, gargle drink, yeah.
Drinking. Fantastic. And it's not the first time he's done that, by the way, Stephen. I can't thank you. Yeah.
We're going for a point.
For a pound each. That's only a pound each.
Oh, bigger, my guy, bigger. Right, me to go. Here, a few more defeat, or anyone will talk about us how out. If it happens, we all deserve all we get. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, people.
But the thing is, if you start sacking managers on a whim, after 5 months in charge, 3 months or 2 months, then who's going to want? Yeah, who's going to want to come? Who's going to want to come? You're only going to get to kind of half-wits who want the job in the second place. So you don't go sacking your manager this quick, and we'll see how good these owners are. I think they'll trust him and stick by him. I do, honestly. I hope they do anyway.
I do as well. Absolutely. We haven't done the correct business so far to stay up. I support the manager and orders, but they have much to learn. I've tried to explain that earlier on. I really tried to explain it earlier on, people. Do you know what I mean? I'm not cussing them. I think it's great for them to come in by the club, but at the end of the day, is a stark reminder what this football business is all about. Bisuma's going to jail. I'm not going to talk about that.
I don't think he is. I think that's kind of gone now.
Yeah. 15 more minutes, and that's caused you. No, I'm not going to read that. Toonza, thank you very much indeed.
I see Robinho is going to jail, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe he is.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly through this quickly because obviously going to wrap up. CBS saying that Lidl will be having a fire sale in the summer. Well, they could have had 40 million for Sven Botman.
They still might come back for that. That deal isn't properly dead yet.
No, I don't think that deal's dead, by the way. I don't think it's off. I don't think that deal's dead at all. Ashley, was the money taking Leeds? We have a fresh start now, and it's only going to get better, guys. Wendy, well
Absolutely,
said,
Wendy.
She's right. If they allow a prison team into the league pyramid, they might take the Premier League in 5 years. That's from Nita. What's been done for, Jig? I don't really want to speak about that, mate. Not on my channel, but if you do want to talk about it, then just go online, mate. I do not want to mention on my channel. I do apologise.
John, why are you recommending these people to go on like that? I mean, just.
Well, basically, right, it's happened in a nightclub, and I'm not going to say anything other than that. It's allegedly, by the way. I don't think that allegedly, so.
Yeah, I think it's doing dusty, but if you want to know what he's good done, go on growpazarus.com.
Thank you. Jonathan, I'm not going to read that, by the way, mate. I personally think we need a sports psychologist to help the players, motivation, and make better decisions on the pitch. That's what we need. Ryan as well, they're fashioning that. You know what? And Stu as well, we have 7 players here to play on the Rafa's Championship team. They're all offered and signed stupid outrageous monster contracts. We'll probably be stuck with these players forever. Well, Shelby's got 1 year left on his contract next season, so we need Harpenters to make this lot perform. I'll fly this very quickly before I wrap up. 2 defenders before Leeds. I can't see one coming in. 4-4-2 Leeds, Wood and Gell up front. I don't think the Harpenters will be enough.
That's what?
Hypnotist, sorry. I'll fly this quickly, and I got Kieran.
I'll go read through these comments quickly.
Think some risky, lads. Can you turn our TV down, please? It's just interfering my channel.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate. It's just
Billy's in trouble.
Jules,
Billy will have your wife's name, right?
Yeah, no caps, please, Kieran, by the way. Make it smaller. Thanks very much indeed. Got a mod in the airport thing. And he will warn you. So go for this. Say hi to everybody else. Wouldn't get at the top for some maggots. And cheers, Foxy. Even Jules. How will at least he has 2.5 year contract? That's according to Matthew. Do you think you see that as 2.5 year deal?
Yeah.
I said, I hope he does now. I hope he proves me wrong.
I do. Big dunks on caretaker Everton. I bet those players are shaking themselves now. Then again, that doesn't look good for us anyway because Arcus is going to turn that team around, I think.
But John, when we play them, we might have 3 or 4 better players than what we've got, so it can work both ways.
Yeah, man. Totally agree. Yeah, I agree with you, Malcolm, sort of thing. Totally got Mikey as well. We're going for far too highly rated players, not working. Go for some lesser players. You think you agree with that one, Jason? I'll ask you.
Which one was that?
We've been going for 2 highly rated players, not working. Go for some lesser players. Someone like Diaz, not fun. Someone like
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I've already written the season off. I think we're relegated. So, as I said, Chris Wood for me is our championship player that's going to score the goals to get us back up. So I honestly feel we need to build for the championship and not think about these big name players because we're not staying up, in my opinion. Build from the championship, or build for the championship, get rid of the rest of the players. Then once we're back up, then start looking at these bigger players.
Yeah, absolutely. Start slow, build it up sort of thing, and then maybe in a couple of years, where we be in the Premier League, try to go for top 10, then build. Really, 2 points in safety with half a season with the amount good has spent, we should be staying up. That's from Tony. Wow, even Hendrick has scored, and Billy, Matthew just could fly through this. And Wendy, totally agree with you, John. Eddie steers 100% because fingers right. I don't want my club to be like Watford. No way. Definitely not.
John, I'm going to have to leave you, mate. I've got my battery's about to die.
All right, mate. Listen, you crack on, man. I'll catch you in a couple of days, man.
Okay, buddy. See you later.
Okay, thanks for coming. See you later. That's Billy. Absolutely fantastic guy. And make sure he comes back again next week. And good show, John Andrew. Thanks so much indeed. I'm going to wrap this up now. Everything. Hi, I got team Toon and Lingard. Can we all move on from Rafa? It's time for new blood and ideas. Correct. Rafa's down so like Bruce now. Love Rafa, but he's moved on. How do we know the takeover was going to happen, Ryan? Didn't it happen last minute because they settled the privacy issue? Question for you.
Hold on, put that
Okay,
question
right.
again.
How did he know the takeover was going to happen, Ryan?
Oh my
Didn't it?
god. He definitely knew the takeover was happening, man. Like, come on. He was definitely the first manager to know about it too, and they approached him. They're probably saying, "Yeah, we're buying Newcastle here, this day or this time frame. Would you want to be our manager when we sack Steve Bruce?" I guarantee it. There's no way Rafa Benitez didn't know about this. Absolutely not.
Not at all. Not at all. Definitely not. He waited and he decided to go to Everton, which did not work out well. If the Premier League has allowed the deal to go through at the start, we would not be in this position. I have to agree. If Rafa came back as a scout, maybe he's not for me. Even to you, Stephen, again. And if I can't read the comments out, I do apologise. Bruce Newcastle, media said dislike it's because he managed Sunderland. Rafa at Everton, media says it's because he is crap. Bad Geordies. Wow. Yeah, I have to agree there with Jules. So alongside Serie B, he'd be off playing for Pisa. If I'm honest with you, Joe Willock needs to sort his attitude before he plays regularly. Never seen a bigger drop in standards over the space of one transfer window. Obviously, now he only wanted Arsenal place.
I think I've seen more hairstyle performances out of Joe Willock than I have of him playing.
Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. We might not go straight back up, though. That's the thing. If you get relegated, you may not go straight back up. Fair enough. And it's
yeah, we've got that fact, and that's another thing I'd say. If we don't go straight back up, then obviously Howe has failed to do what the club have put him in to do, in my opinion. But then is that the time to then say we need another manager? Because we if the club say that they want to be up within, well, they want to start competing within 5 to 10 years, if not going straight back up at the first time of asking to start becoming that force, is that time to move, go for another manager?
Yeah, I agree, man. I have to agree with you there. And would it be better for the club to pay players, get our clauses to avoid other clubs from dragging their feet? And Langston can go to upper table team in the championship and needs a player like him. It will be a good for him, good for us, and good for the team if he joins. Yeah, 200%. And so I missed out on Ryan, by the way. And ASM it's better as impact so for the second half.
I would agree on that. If you brought him on as a sub in the second half, you got to think that the opponent defense is going to be tired. So ASM bursting down that wing, you got more chance of us picking up a winner or an equaliser or whatever. So that would be a good one to use against Leeds. Maybe start Murphy and then bring on ASM.
John, I'm going to have to shoot as well because my battery's going as well.
All right, mate. Go crack on, man. I want to watch along on Saturday, so join us then, mate.
Anyways, catch us out here.
Catch you later.
See you later.
Right, I'm going to go a couple more comments and I'll wrap up. Truls, thanks for your donation, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. And yeah, great guy. Not for the first time he's done it. Much appreciated. I'm just going to go for it quickly. Go on the Saturday. What the score's going to be on Saturday? I'll start with you. Go on, Ryan. I'll start with you, mate.
4-3 Newcastle.
Oh, wow. That'd be a classic if it happened. 2001 as well, by the way. I can remember that very, very well. And go on, Jason.
Oh, honestly, I feel that there's another defeat incoming. I don't see us winning this game. We always concede, so goals are going to be scored. I'm going for 3-1 to Leeds. I don't see nothing coming. I don't even think we're going to have anyone in by the time that we play them as well. So it's looking more and more depressing. So I'm going 3-1 to Leeds. Yeah.
I'm going to give my prediction in a minute. And what Joshua says, one shot on target in the whole waffle match. We won't win relegation battles with stats like that. I totally agree. I think our players up front should at least work on accuracy in simple shots instead of ambitious ones. Yeah, again, that is it. We don't want to become the next Watford and managers. I totally agree 100%. And so Norway, describe this quickly. And Eddie as well. It took 14 years to get in this mess and more than a month to go. I have to agree, mate. It's going to take a long, long time. And that's it. And Wargrass, I got your message before. I missed out. I do apologize. And it says here, don't need it. Hypnotist. Yay! And he knows what I'm on about. And I'll be the first to say I was wrong about how if you successfully want the same thing. So I wouldn't complain if you guys are correct about Eddie. And I got Andrew relegated. Wow. Good work. And
I'm going to shoot off now after my score predictions.
All right, mate. Let's you crack on, mate. And I'll catch you in the video.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Catch you later.
So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up there, Jason, if that's all right. And I've been over around these streams as well, and I've got things on. But I was gonna say, do you enjoy coming on? I'm sure the others have. If you enjoyed it,
as always a pleasure.
Cool. Just one comment as well. So, John, who's the Premier League club trying to steal a deal for Carlos? I believe it's either Villa or Arsenal. So that is, I believe it is. So I do apologize for that. And yeah. We'll see what happens on that one. But we're still in pole position, by the way. So don't worry about that. Listen, Rafa, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to wrap this up. And the one thing I didn't say, I never kept on saying hit the like and subscribe, didn't I, tonight? Not once.
No. You didn't. That's fair.
That's fair. And thanks for all the comments coming through, people. Sorry I haven't had time to read them out. And if I miss any donation sort of thing, I'll find out who it is. And thank you very much indeed. And I appreciate that. And thank you for people saying, thanks, John, for this and that as well. So, like I said, before you go, do hit the like button, do subscribe, leave a comment section down below. And it's been a pleasure coming on tonight. And watch what you're doing, guys. I shall see you in a couple of days' time. And you take care.